statement, or are we just gonna start?
Sure.
I usually prefer if you just start, but I guess I'll make an opening statement, but, well, I can say I'm fired up to be here. A couple weeks ago, I didn't see this coming. I was obviously very excited for Dirk and his opportunity, and, I'm just very excited to be a part of it and to see this thing through for Coach Cutter and the Tampa Bay organization, so.
Coach, when you said a couple weeks ago you didn't see this coming, when did the process begin? When did you get the call?
The process began maybe over a little over a week ago, so.
What do you, Coach, what do you see your role? I think obviously the offensive coordinator, Dirk, has said he's going to call plays, and then you'll also be coaching receivers. So aside from those designations, just what input do you think you'll have? How will you balance the job of offensive coordinator and position coach? Just kind of get into that as you see it.
Well, first off, my number one responsibility is to maximize the measurable skill set of our wide receivers. That's the number one job, is to make sure that I do my part with that room to help this offense continue to climb. And then second part is we're going through discussions, Coach Cutter and I, as to where that fits the organization during the week. There's more to it than just calling the plays, the 60 or 70 plays in a game. I think both Dirk in his new role and my role here, that will continue to be ongoing discussions.
Why does a man in your position leave a head coaching position at a Division I school to come to a NFL team where he's not going to call plays?
It's a special opportunity.
What
It
makes
really
it
is.
special?
I believe that. It doesn't come around every day where you have an opportunity to be at the highest level and be with Dirk Cutter, who I've got an unbelievable respect for. Obviously, we're friends, but that has nothing to do with the profession. And with a young, talented team that I think is on the climb, and I want to be a big part of that. And I enjoyed my time at Southern Miss. I've got a lot of great friends there. We did some great things, but I'm really looking forward to every day, every week, every month, doing my part to see us continue that climb. And so, there's a lot that goes into it, a lot that is personal to me and what I want to see, but these opportunities don't come around every day. They really don't. And at the end of the day, as much as I enjoyed my time there, I wanted to be in that chair upstairs.
Were you anxious to get back into the NFL? Was that something that was kind of like on the list of to do beyond this point?
I think in our profession, you learn to take every day and enjoy. I love coaching. That's what I do. All my family's in high school coaching, and my cousin's head coach at Army. So I grew up in a coaching. I love to coach. I love to be around the players. I love trying to do it better than they do it. I don't really think about tomorrow. I think about today. And then the next day comes and I think about where I want to be at that time in my career. When this opportunity came up, this is where I wanted to be. I really hadn't thought about this, that, or another with possibilities. That doesn't enter into my world. What enters into my world is what do I want to do next, and I want to be here.
Did the talent level here impact your decision? Did it make it a no-brainer? Did you still have to think about it?
Yes. Yes, all of that. Yes, it made a
How much?
difference. Yes, it made a
Had it
big
been,
difference.
had you
Sure
not
it
had
did.
a Mike
You
Evans
bet.
or James
It's-
Winston, you'd say, maybe not.
No. This is a game about talent. I mean, it starts with having talent. I mean, you've got to have talent. You've got to have people in position to draft talent. So my belief in the last couple of drafts and Jason and their group in terms of what they've done in the last couple years, my belief in Coach Cutter and Coach Smith and the staff that's been assembled. So all of that is a big part of it.
What is it about Dirk Cutter that gets you excited as a coach? You worked with him for, I guess, a year in Jacksonville? Is that
4 years. We were together 4 years in
okay.
Jacksonville.
So, what is it about him that said, yeah, I want to work with this guy?
It's the process. Bottom line, it's the process. You talk about someone that is very, very detailed, organized, works as hard as anybody I've been around. I always thought we were in Jacksonville together. There was nowhere to turn. What I mean by that is there were no excuses. If we weren't good enough, we weren't good enough. But it wasn't about preparation. It wasn't that we weren't going to be prepared, that we didn't coach the guys every single day and gave unbelievable energy. And so that was a big part of it. Is I want to be somewhere where the people I'm around, and especially the head coach, and from Jason and his crew, where if everybody's all in and everybody's working as hard as the next guy, you can live with the results. And it's always about the process. It's always about how do we do it better than they do it. That's what, and this league is about that. It's harder to do that at the college level because there's more disparity in terms of the talent. Sometimes you just have better talent. The talent gap shrinks. Now, how do we develop our players better? It's draft, develop, free agency, and coach better. That's what it is. But it starts with drafting players and developing. How do 4th, 5th round, 6th round picks become really good players? That's up to coaching. So you gotta have people to draft them and you have to develop them. And I've always felt that way about Coach Cutter and Coach Smith being here. And obviously, the drafts that we've looked at and the players, I just went through being part of a program that went from one stage to another, and I wanna be a part of that here.
What are the differences between coaching college players, as you're still teaching the position in football, to a Vincent Jackson that you'll be dealing with, who's been in the league a number of years, and guys that make a lot of money doing this for a living? You've been in both sides, so what are the challenges? How's it different?
I don't have to do class checks.
True.
I don't have study hall.
That's true too. It's all football,
Don't have to do that.
That appeals to you, right? It's all football 24/7, but in
Oh,
relating
I
to
don't-
those
You know,
guys.
both have their challenges, just like every job anybody has. I mean, every job has warts. You know, somebody thinks that's a perfect job, that's a perfect job. I love coaching football and being around players and trying to figure out how to do it better than they do it and scheme it up. And there are different challenges, there are. And the talent gap gets shrunk, and you don't get as many. You can take 25 recruits, you only get so many draft picks, so you gotta make with what you've got. And the margin for error is a lot smaller. It really challenges you as a man, as a coach, as an organization. And so, and it's trying to bring a group of men together to do it better than they do it. And so both have their challenges, but both of them have their rewards.
Coach, you mentioned unbelievable energy was something that you mentioned. Is that the way you would describe yourself as a coach, as a position coach?
Yeah, and I'll turn 50 in February, man. I'm the luckiest guy on the face of this earth. Are you kidding me? I started coaching 27 years ago, and my dad was a high school coach. I mean, to think that I'd be where I am today, and I was willing to do it for, I don't even know what I guess they make now, but whatever the salaries are now, I didn't ever think I'd make what I make today. I've never looked at it as a job. I love what I do. I love being around the players and trying to get them to be the best they can be. So why wouldn't you bring energy to this job? I coach for a living. You gotta be kidding me. I'm lucky as, this is live, so I'm lucky as heck.
Todd, you talked about your familiarity with Dirk, but to also have Mike Smith here, to also have Duffner here, it's 4 guys that were on that 07 Jaguar staff. What was the camaraderie like on that staff and the success you guys had?
Oh, I thought Jack Del Rio did a great job there, and he set the tone for the camaraderie and the group of men that were there, and so really enjoyed my time there, really did. Not only with Jack, but Dirk, and Duff, and Nate Katzer, and those guys. Paul Spicer was a player, for God's sakes, and Jay Hayes is the D-line coach. I was a GA at Notre Dame, and he was a full-time coach when I was there. It is, in the coaching circles, you come across different people that you get to know and that you pull a lot from. So, again, I like having fun. I mean, I don't know what else I'd do if I didn't coach. I may coach till I'm 80 years old. I have no idea. I'm so excited to be here, I can't see straight. And it's because I love to coach. I love to be around players and see them achieve all their dreams. It's always about the players. That's what this game's always been about. It's about you helping them to become the best version of them. That's plain and simple. That's what it's about.
Did you recruit Jameis Winston in college, and have you had any discussions with him yet so far?
I don't think so. I can't remember when he came out. I might have been at Oklahoma State at the time, but wish I would have, now that you say that. We had Brandon Whedon, but we could have used him after it. But no, I'm excited to be a part of it. And I know I worked with Jimbo Fisher for 2 years at LSU. I know what kind of coach Jimbo Fisher is, and he thinks the world of this young man. So that means a lot to me.
Good.
Did you call plays at Southern Miss your
I did.
entire time there?
At times, on and off, I called the plays there, yes.
Okay.
Only the good ones. The ones that work.
I figured that.
Only called those.
Coach, you have a talent, obviously some talented guys here, and Mike Evans and some others. Your receivers coach, he struggled with catching the ball some last year, to say the least. He had a number of drops. How do you coach not dropping the football?
Oh, it's repetition. That's all it is repetition. And putting yourself in those positions so you look at, it's the routine. That's all you do. and he's a talented young man that I think is ascending and has everything in front of him as a player. And I take that personally, you know, and I hope he does. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be in a week, 2 weeks, in a year, 5 years? What do you want out of this small opportunity that you have? But the good Lord has blessed you, and so I just want to be a big part of it. But it's all about routine. It's a matter of, he has good ball skills. It's not a matter of that. I don't think anybody's seen him have good ball skills and the ability to compete for the ball, and he wants to do it. He's talented. I've talked to a lot of people about him that coached him in college and here, so I'm excited to get started. I take that personally. My job's to make sure he doesn't drop the ball. That's it.
When Dirk's up there, a lot of times he talks about the importance of explosive plays. I know that's important for you as well. Just talk about that. It seems like your philosophies, yours and Dirk's, are very similar. I assume it's probably quite you're part of this team now. But just talk about that. Is that kind of what you're looking for?
No.
Big plays?
Well, I came down and visited here 7 months ago, and not thinking I was coming back and actually have my own office, but, you know, I came down here and visited, and Dirk and I spoke again about, you know, how do you win? How do you win games? And we went back at the Southern Miss and talked about, you know, explosive plays, don't turn it over, third down conversions, touchdowns in the red zone, and lost yardage plays, don't have them. It's still true today. Those are the ways you win. Yards are a part of it, not the big part of it. If you take care of those 5 areas, well, explosive plays a big part of it. It's hard to drive. And if you're not gonna be explosive, then you better be good on third down so you can continue drives. It's all part of it. So, bottom line is, how can you be explosive? There's a number of ways. Getting it to explosive players, throwing the ball down the field, which Jamius has shown he can do. So it's all of those things that, you know, I've always thought, we don't need more 5-yard plays. Who needs more 5-yard plays? How can we be explosive? That's what the game's about, man. People like big plays. I like big plays. So how do we not figure out ways to get explosive plays? That's fun. That's fun to me in football. Trick plays are fun.
Coach, you turned around.
Now you're gonna get into that about trick plays.
Yes,
No,
yes.
Now you're talking about trick plays. I screwed it up and I brought that up. What is it fun about explosive plays and throwing it down the field and guys making plays? I wish they'd go to more rules where the offense had an advantage. I really do. It's much more fun that way.
Coach, you turned around the culture at Southern Miss, and you had a really good season last year from where they were, which was winless when you got there. So what has to happen for a program such as this one to turn around a culture of losing or not doing the postseason, that kind of thing?
Draft, develop, free agency, coach better. It's really just like that. It's about having the talent first, okay? And then, I like having fun. I don't know why it has to feel like such drudgery. I just don't. I've never understood that. I want a fight song. We don't even have a fight song, I don't think. I want a fight song. Isn't a fight song cool? Get to sing a fight song. Call me a college guy. When I was in Jacksonville, they called me a college guy. That's great. I love it. I love coaching, the excitement of it. Why can't it be fun? Watch the Carolina Panthers. They have fun. That looks like fun to me. I want to have fun. I want our quarterback to have fun. I want the guys to have fun doing it together. I want the locker room to be fun. Is that harder in a little bit of in a pro setting? Yes, because of the change. You have so many different pieces that change. You got to make that, you know, blend together, and guys that play for more than just themselves, which is difficult in a pro setting because of the money, as we know. But you can still make it work. There's still got to be more than just the money. There's got to be more than just that. The feeling of getting better and doing it for your teammates, and, the excitement of getting better and doing it with some people you care about.
Anything else?
Good.
Okay, thank you.